Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Innovation is significantly reshaping higher education institutions, bringing about transformative changes in various aspects of teaching, learning, administration, and student engagement. Today, I wish to share with you a session from Dr. Abhay Jere in which he highlights and raises a very important point: applying innovation to and for one's own institution. Applying innovation internally is about setting the foundation for a broader change. It provides a safer, more controlled environment for experimentation, builds internal expertise, fosters a culture of progress, and positions your institution as a leader. Once you redefined your innovative approach and have internal buy in, you will be better prepared to extend your innovations outside the institutions, whether to the public, partners, or other institutions. Let's listen in to what he had to say.
In private institutions where we always have constraints for funding, even in government we have constraints for funding. It's not that government institution mein funding bahut hai. But in private organizations, there are lots of constraints for funding because we have to actually manage everything within the limited resources which we have. Now, within our institutions, are we trying to solve our own problems by challenging our students to come up with our own solutions for the problems of our own institute or our own, what we can say, vicinity? How many of you do that? Can you raise your hand? For example, just one example. How many of you have challenged your students to say, for example, my electricity bill is this much, and now I would like to reduce my electricity bill by 20%, or my water management system is this, and the efficiency of current efficiency is this, and I would like to increase the efficiency by 30%, or my waste management system currently is not so efficient. I would like to actually make it efficient. How many of you actually put out or push your students to do that? Very few. Right? How many of because our strength is our students, right? You all believe, right? You must be having, each institute must be having more than 1,000 plus young minds. Minimum 1,000 plus young minds. So the question we really need to ask is that, are we using these 1,000 plus young minds for betterment of our own institution? How many of your students work for your betterment of your own institution? Right? No, very few. And if they are not going to work for the real problems which need to be solved, then you will see a lot of these kind of Me Too projects which are coming out. वो बायोनिक आर्म वाला प्रोजेक्ट कितने लोगों ने बनाया यार? I was seeing almost in every booth, right? और मैं 10 साल से देख रहा हूं, वही बायोनिक आर्म होता है. पहले शायद वो 3D प्रिंटेड नहीं होता होगा, अभी 3D प्रिंटेड. ड्रोन प्रोजेक्ट्स, very, very Me Too kind of projects. So the question is, are we pushing our students to think really innovatively and solve the problems which need to be solved. You agree with me or not? Huh? And you are the coordinators. So, do you think that we should come up with some kind of a ready reckoner kind of a program where we actually give you some timelines कि अभी idea competitions करो, अभी यहाँ जाओ. For example, how many of you have, let's say, very interdisciplinary other institutions associated with you, like medical colleges, dental colleges, like architecture colleges? Now, have you looked at Stanford Biodesign program? How many of you are aware of Stanford Biodesign program? It was a very simple program between IIT Delhi and AIIMS. What IIT Delhi students did, they just went to AIIMS and they were sitting there for 2, 3 days, 5 days, observing what were the problems there. You should just go ahead and check Stanford Biodesign, India Stanford Biodesign program. Okay? And what they did was that they did identify the list of problems which AIIMS, they could feel in AIIMS or they could see in AIIMS. And that has actually resulted 30 different real life projects or products which have gone into market. Simple products which have gone into market. You have your own institutions around you. You will have science colleges, commerce colleges, dental colleges, medical colleges, engineering colleges. How are we cross-talking? Because innovation will happen at the interface of 2 or 3 different disciplines. Rao sir will talk about it. If you will not collaborate, then you will really not get any great ideas which really have a niche which you can take it forward. Otherwise, it will be all Me Too kind of a projects which will come. And that will not give you a great kind of a what we can say, a push or an advantage while you are in market. That's one aspect. Second aspect, which I really realized while I was going through large number of these projects, and I was just cursorily looking at things. I was not going to each and every booth very critically. I was having a cursory look. The second most important problem which I felt was the design of the projects was really very terrible. The products which were shown. You agree with me or not? For example, if I am on the other side of the table and you are in my place, okay, and I try to come with the project which you have done, and I try to sell you कि बाबा मैं ये करने वाला हूं, उसके लिए मेरे को पैसा दे दो, buy this project from. How many of you will put your hand in your pocket and pay me? So these are some very basic fundamental considerations which we really need to give while we are looking at some of the projects. That if someone else comes to me with this idea, whether I will really appreciate it or not. You are getting what I am trying to say? Or whether I will pay for it or not. Because at the end of the day, you can do projects You can also say that we are starting a startup, we are incubating a startup, but that startup will not go anywhere unless until you have good buyers, unless until you generate good revenue out of it. Right? But startup and revenue generation is step 3 or step 4. The first step is having a good idea and creating a product which will solve that problem, for that idea or for the problem which we are trying to solve. So it is a continuous journey. It's a continuous pipeline. Step 1 is problem identification. Step 2 is visualizing a product which can actually solve that problem. It can be a product, it can be a service, it can be a technology, anything. Then prototyping of that. Then actually further expanding on it, making it finished good, taking it to field. You know all those TRL levels which are there. The reason we have to look into these projects, one is idea part. Idea is very good sometimes. But the product which we conceptualize, the design of the product has to be very, very important. And what I realized that enough thought is not going on that aspect. So I will request all of you to have maybe one designer associated, product engineering person, product designer, associated with your idea lab, so that you can actually interact with them. You can take suggestions from them. Because we all agree that we want our product to be cute, right? चाइना से प्रोजेक्ट्स आते हैं, देखते हो ना? हाँ, कितने प्रोडक्ट्स आते हैं, कितने क्यूट होते हैं. हाँ, चलेंगे नहीं चलेंगे अलग बात है. Whether they will work or they will not work is a different story. But the look and feel, the miniaturization aspect, the material aspect, the ergonomical aspect. Very good. You agree with me or not? Are we giving those considerations while we are designing our projects? Maybe no. And that is very, very important now. This is the second important thing which I would really like to actually convey here. The third important thing, which I touched upon when I was talking about the school projects, is that now don't work on Me Too kind of an ideas. If someone comes to you with very, very Me Too kind of an idea, start giving at least some kind of a pushback. कि क्यों? नया क्या कर रहे हो? We really need to ask this question very continuously. इसमें नया क्या है? How many of you go ahead and ask that question when somebody, कि नया क्या है? That question is itself very, very important. आप सबने 3 Idiots देखा होगा ना? हाँ? देखा है ना? 3 Idiots? हमको कौन पसंद है? रैंचो. बराबर है कि नहीं? बट हम सब कौन है? So we have to get out of that league, na? We cannot continue to be चतुर्स. और वो भी सब वो चतुर तो अच्छा चतुर था ना? हाँ, at least he was a top graded चतुर. हम कौन से वाले ग्रेड में हैं चतुर? So what I want to convey here is that we should stop clapping for not so good ideas. Fail early, fail fast. Okay? It's okay that some of the ideas are not that great. what we have to convey our youngsters is that move on. If the idea is not good, okay, you have learned, now move on. Now let's work on a better problem. Now let's work on a bigger problem. Research is conversion of wealth into new knowledge. Okay? Wealth means what? You invest time, you invest resources, okay? You think about it. It's all wealth, right? You do experiments, you identify a problem, you spend time, energy, resources, and those kind of things. And what you generate is new knowledge. Okay? It could be paper, it could be patent, it could be technology, right? So for me, research is conversion of wealth into new knowledge. And what is innovation? Conversion of that new knowledge into wealth again. That's for me innovation. So it's a circle. Research to wealth to new knowledge to wealth. So when we are talking about this, there comes this knowledge-based economy. Knowledge-based economy means what? That when you are converting this knowledge into wealth again, and the economy which is based on that is called as knowledge-based economy. And how that will happen? It will only happen when you are generating large number of ideas, converting those ideas into products, and products are getting sold into market and create a wealth for you, for your institution, and for your country. This is knowledge-based economy. So we have to generate ideas, not just for India, but for the world. And if you have to do that, we cannot go with this Me Too kind of projects. There has to be a USP in every project which we are working. There has to be a real differentiator on every project or in every project where we are working. And for that Vikasit Bharat to actually happen by 2047, where we are thinking about, our economy size has to be somewhere between $15 trillion to $20 trillion. Currently, we are $4 trillion. We have the standard target of $5 trillion, and we are actually moving towards that. But if you have to become $15 trillion or $20 trillion, then we have to have large number of ideas. We have to have fountain of ideas. I see a lot of changes in institutions, because if you ask about 5 years back that what is your success rate to an institution, and please agree or disagree with me, बराबर है ना? 5 साल पहले अगर हम पूछते कि आपका सक्सेस क्या है, तो मेजॉरिटी जवाब क्या आता? 100% placement, 100% placement, and this person got that kind of package. बराबर है ना? Even currently also some of those things are there. But apart from that, now you are talking about that we are incubating so many startups, right? We have filed so many patents. You have started talking about it. So there is a positive change.